morning, my friends. This is Back to Basics, and I am Rosemary, today's vlogger. Now, we were asked today to respond to Sarah in Oregon's video. She did an amazing video. And one of the questions that Janie asked us to ponder on was, goal is a feeling, not a number, and goal is the defeat of misery. Kirk gave her that wisdom, you know, and it's an amazing wisdom. I think you guys are amazing, the Sarahs, I call them. The newer generation is coming out with so much wisdom and so much to give this community. I'm so blessed to know you all. And when Kirk gave her that to ponder on, she did a video. She talked about it a little bit. She talked about she has reached goal. And that goal is really not a number. And Janie asked us to kind of do a video response to that question. The question was for us to respond to what Kirk had said in her video. And it was that, you know, for him, the goal was a feeling and not a number. Well, for me, goal, have I reached goal? First of all, have I reached the number in my head? No. But again, my body has done more than its share of shedding. 315 pounds is not a number that a lot of times I used to tell people, I still do sometimes, when people would ask me, how much have you lost? And I would have to say 315 pounds. It wasn't a triumph for me. It's still kind of hard to say. I kind of have to swallow that. I know for a lot of people that's, you should be so proud. But I have had these reactions. I don't know why, but I've had these kind of reactions. You've lost 315 pounds and you're still big? You just want to, oh. You got to love those kind of people that are so honest. So to say it out loud is kind of like, I don't want to say it out loud. I say it on video because I want you to know how far I came, right? And I'm very proud of how far I have come and what I've accomplished. Don't get me wrong. But when I've had those reactions, and I've had them more than once, it's like someone, you know, taking a hammer to your success and pounding it into the ground. So the only way that I can defeat that is to be proud of how far I've come and not let that get me down, right? For me, I had to learn the process, learn to process that it is just a number. And that for me, when I say freedom in all of my videos, and I rejoice with my sister, doing all that I do, that is what I hear Sarah saying. I am free. I am free of everything that I couldn't do, I can do now. And all of the low self-esteem I had before, it's up the roof now. There is no doubting myself anymore. It's all about living life. It's all about taking it all in. It's all about rejoicing in everything that I do, in the clothes that I wear. You know, for a lot of people, especially when I was as large as I was, and short to boot, I used to have to like cut half of it. And so you only bought clothes once a year, maybe. And so I did the best I could with what I had, right? And I dressed nice. I've never, my mother always instilled that in both my sister and I, to dress as best as you could, even if you're just going to 7-Eleven, even if you're just going to the corner store. In our, I don't know if it's our culture, but in my mother's realm of life and family, it was always, you represented me, girlfriend. I'm your mama. And they're going to be looking at me when you look all raggedy and whatever. So I always tried to dress as best as I could. But gold is a feeling. Thank you, Kirk. Gold is a feeling. You know, the first moment that I felt normal was when I first was able to tie my shoes. The first moment I felt as if I didn't have to be anybody but me was a triumph. I didn't have to go with the flow because I wanted you to approve of me. You know, when you're large, you want to be loved, you want to be approved upon. You want to be, what do I want to say? You want to be in the crowd, you know? And, you know, I'm not saying that large people are not in a crowd. That, you know, we all have people we get along with. Not too long ago, I heard, you know, we all have our little cliques. I don't think they're cliques. I think that when you're able to communicate with that person and you mesh with a certain group, then that's an amazing thing to do. This community can mesh together because we all have been there. We all know what it feels like to have had a large body, to have not been able to do all the things that, you know, smaller people have done. So we're able to mesh. But even in our group of weight loss community, we have age, we have so many things, you know, culture, our jobs bring us together, our freedoms bring us together, you know. It's just an amazing thing, you know, to have that freedom now that I didn't have before. So, yes, Kirk, and yes to everyone, goal is a feeling. Now, when it comes to a number, I just reached 10 years out of gastric bypass, RNY gastric bypass. 10 years. And what I want to say before this video goes any longer was that I never, ever imagined my body doing what it does today at 10 years out. In my head, I always had that fear, and sometimes still do. I have to work on me still. I'm not perfect. But when you're first, you know, your first couple of years, you sometimes feel like, or I shouldn't say y'all, or I should say myself, felt like, am I going to be the one that it doesn't work for? And after about the 7th year, I realized, honey, you can work anything. It's a tool. You've come this far, and you will continue to work that tool. Those habits have to become you, you know. That habit has to become you. It's personal. Your culture. I still eat my beans, my quinoa. I choose quinoa instead of rice. There's just so many things involved that I can't do it in 15 minutes, you know. I don't want to go too long on this video. But goal, again, is not a number. It is a feeling, you know. And I've said it many times. I don't see you, and all of a sudden I see 120 on your forehead. You know, I see you. I hope you see me. And you know, when I have to get up and talk sometimes and tell people how far I've come, and I say out loud, my largest number was 487, and I've lost 315 pounds. Sometimes I see the jaws fall, and they're like, what? Of course, you have to show the before picture. I have to remember that my body is in the perfect shape that it's ever been in. And I have to rejoice with it. And I have to believe that my goal is living the healthy lifestyle that I live now. That's what it's about. Freedom. Freedom to do what I do. Said this. When obstacles arise, you change your direction to reach your goal. You do not change your decision to get there. We all had to make a decision to have weight loss surgery, right? We all had a goal to reach. And for me, the goal has always been to be healthy, to live a life of freedom, because I was imprisoned in my body. A lot of people that were super morbidly obese can understand this better than anybody. And there's a lot of us here. That when obstacles arise, you change your direction to reach your goal. You do not change your decision to get there. I never stopped dreaming. I never said that I wasn't going to get here. I just kept going forward. It's a daily decision to make. It's a daily step. Every day you take those baby steps to get you to where you're going. And I rejoice in my 10 years. My 10 years of living free. So thank you, Sarah. You're such a sweetheart. And Kirk, for giving us a little something to ponder on. And I hope I made sense today. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.